Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us here at 4 o'clock. I'm Dustin Grove. Jenny Runovich is in for Felicia today. And we begin with day 2 of testimony in the trial against 2 IMPD officers accused of killing a man they were sent to help.
Herman Whitfield III died in police custody 2.5 years ago in his home. His parents had called 911 for a mental health help for their son. Officers who responded, shocked, handcuffed and restrained him face down. Our Karen Campbell has been in the courtroom all day and breaks down today's proceedings.
The prosecution called 2 of the officers who were at the Whitfield home the night Herman Whitfield III died. The prosecutors continue to try and prove their case that officers Adam Ahmad and Steven Sanchez violated or didn't follow their department's general orders. In the courtroom, the jury watched body camera videos of officers Nicholas Matthews and Jordan Bull. Bull was Matthews' field training officer. Matthews testified Whitfield ran from the kitchen to the dining room and he heard what sounded like an ineffective taser. He went into the dining room and said he saw Whitfield flailing on the ground. Matthews said he used a technique that interlocks Whitfield's legs to get him to comply. After Whitfield was handcuffed and complying, the prosecution asked, "Did you ask, should Herman be rolled over?" Matthews replied, "I did." The prosecution then asked, "Did anyone respond?" Matthews, "Yes, Officer Ahmad." The prosecution, "What did Ahmad say?" Matthews replied, "No." When emergency services arrived, Matthews told EMS that Whitfield had been out for about 5 minutes before they arrived. The defense argued the taser Sanchez used was ineffective, which saying basically it may have led to Whitfield flailing on the ground while officers were trying to put handcuffs on him. Now, the defense asked Matthews, "Did you ever feel that Whitfield's life was in danger?" Matthews replied, "No." Still much more testimony to come here on day 2 of this trial. I will have much more coming up at 5 and 6. Karen Campbell, 13 News.
All right, Karen, we'll see you then. Thank you. Other news now, investigators are looking into a fire that damaged a popular restaurant on the southwest side. Man's Grill on South Tibbs near Morris and Holt Road went up in flames around 11 last night. Our crews stopped by the restaurant today to look at the aftermath, and you can see there most of the damage was contained to the inside of the building. Right now, we're working to learn the extent of that damage and whether they're able to operate in some capacity. We'll be sure and pass along any new information just as soon as we get it.
Well, oh boy, what a difference 24-hour makes,
kidding.
right? Yeah, it looks nice out there, at least compared to yesterday. You'll remember yesterday we were dealing with crashes and snow and icy roadways. Yeah. Now it's just darn cold.
Yeah, we'd rather forget yesterday.
Oh. Yeah, a lot better on the roads. Temperature-wise, not much better at all here.
Yeah.
So, but buckle up. We got quite the temperature roller coaster ahead of us as we go through the next 7 days. Yeah, we've been stuck under this blanket of cloud cover, at least Indian Point South. Up north, had a little more sunshine today, but even now you can see up in Bunker Hill, cloud cover has made it north of I-74. Nothing coming from the clouds right now, we are thankful to say. Underneath that blanket, wind chill of 16. Wind is now from the southwest, and that will be key. It is going to warm us up above freezing tomorrow, not necessarily for today here. Humidity is at 74%. That's also going to be key as we go through the overnight. Evening rush hour, a lot different. Dry pavement, temperatures on the chilly side, a lot of cloud cover. Late tonight, early tomorrow, there's a possibility, our confidence is low, but there's a possibility that we could have a little bit of freezing, patchy drizzle. So a couple of slick spots tomorrow morning in play here. Wind chills right now are in the mid-teens, and we don't want to bury the lead on this, so we're going to get right to it. Thursday morning, wind chills possibly as low as 10 below zero. We've got a stinger on the way, and it could be accompanied with some snow showers and maybe some snow squalls as well. We're going to break that down and also time out 50s in the 7-day forecast. I told you roller coasters on the way. We'll have it coming up in a few minutes.
Ooh, buckle up.
Yeah, lots to get to. We'll check in later, Sean. Thank you. Well, now to the story really making headlines around the world today. The South Korean parliament has voted to defy that country's president and immediately lift his declaration of martial law. Just an hour ago, in fact, the South Korean president says he will soon lift the military rule that he imposed overnight.
Let's show you some new video. This is from earlier today of security forces trying to leave the National Assembly as protests raged outside. The National Assembly is basically their version of our Capitol Hill. So here's how this all started. The president declared martial law to eliminate what he called anti-state forces accused of sympathizing with communist North Korea. This was the first time in 40 years a president in South Korea has declared martial law. Much more on what happened and what's next for South Korea tonight on NBC Nightly News with Lester Holt at 6:30. Meantime, back in this country right now, officials are raising red flags following some of President-elect Trump's picks for his incoming administration.
Yeah, his choices for Attorney General and Secretary of Defense were on Capitol Hill yesterday, meeting with senators for their vote. This all comes as Trump announces Kash Patel to lead the FBI.
Bree Jackson reports on the transition team.
President-elect Trump making another controversial choice for his second administration, selecting Kash Patel for FBI director.
He's got a sketchy commitment to using his authority to pursue what he regards as political enemies, and that includes folks who write bad articles about him in the press, politicians who disagree with the president.
I've known him for a long time. Just stay tuned.
Senators also meeting with Trump's pick for Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth.
Appreciate the opportunity to talk to senators today.
He's come under fire for a number of issues. The latest, an article in the New Yorker on a report written by former employees of a veterans organization that Hegseth ran. The report says Hegseth was repeatedly intoxicated to the point of needing to be carried out of the organization's events. The Trump transition team is standing by the pick, and some lawmakers are too.
We need somebody to straighten the military out, to get the woke, the DEI affiliation out, and go from there.
Pam Bondi, Mr. Trump's nominee for U.S. Attorney General, also making the rounds on Capitol Hill Monday.
I congratulate you, and I hope that you feel the honor that you should feel for having this nomination from President Trump.
Should I earn the trust and the nomination from all of the senators, I will do my best every day to work tirelessly for the American people.
President-elect Trump's picks making their case to be confirmed. In Washington, Bree Jackson, NBC News.